Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome back to Drawing with Michael. I am Michael, of course, your artisan for the day. Today, in continuing our quest on the many days of Inktober, I'm of course doing Harry Potter characters. Today, I'll be doing an interesting character. Of course, all of them are interesting, but this one kind of sparked my interest because she's got a very eclectic look to her that really lends itself, I think, to caricaturization. Caricaturization, if that's even a word. This is, of course, Sybill Trelawney, if that's even how you say her name. Very interesting. You know, we all have those teachers that really are kind of strange. And the way that J.K. Did this particular teacher, it kind of leads me to believe that possibly, you know, she had a teacher like this growing up, you know, that was kind of that, you know, hippie, eclectic, kind of out there, you know, person. And you know, in the context of the story, she definitely was really cool. You know, kind of a break from all the seriousness that was you know, the Harry Potter movies. Kind of like your comic relief, but not really. You know, there was definitely a sense of seriousness to her, but you know, you just kind of had to take her with a little bit of grain of salt. Anyway, so that's what we're doing today. So basically what I've done is I started out with my circle. I'm working on toned paper today. This is made by Strathmore. Went down to the local art store and picked up another sketchbook of this particular paper because I like it so much. It gives me a nice middle ground as to whenever I'm drawing, especially whenever I'm drawing human figures. It really helps me out, you know, whenever I do that. So we're going to get, not going to be too involved today, of course. I always say that and I get way involved with the drawing. That's kind of how I roll. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do too much today, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I've got, you know, 2 hours in this piece. You guys saw yesterday, actually yesterday, was it yesterday? No, it was the day before yesterday. That, you know, that was Sunday, and then Saturday I think I did Dumbledore. You guys saw that, you know, I have issues drawing hands. And this is something that, you know, I've struggled with since the beginning, you know, as I'm doing hands. Since the beginning of my art career, you know, I can remember in the very beginning just really struggling with hands in general. And I struggle a lot with pretty much everything just because, you know, drawing is one of those hard things and it takes a lot of practice. And at that particular point in time, I wasn't willing to put in the practice. Now I see how important practice is, and I practice all the time. Even the fact that I work as a professional, I still practice, you know, all the time. You know, even last night I had trouble sleeping, so I came out and did a really I wrapped up a piece that I had been working on for about a day or two, and I wrapped that up. It's on the channel. It's it's a piece that, you know, I thought, you know, what the heck, might as well go ahead and do it. I thought there's not a lot of ethnic diversity in the Harry Potter world, so I did a character that I made up. You know, his name is Henry, and he's a wizard, but he's, you know, a man of color, ethnic diversity. I don't even know. Are there people of color in the Harry Potter world? I really don't know. Can't recall ever seeing anything like that. I remember maybe there's Indians, and I can't recall if there's a lot of African Americans. I know the African Americans didn't have a major role, but either way, I just did a really quickie, something fun. You know, I actually thought about doing the entire cast like that. All the characters like that. And I thought that would be a lot of fun. So, anyway. So, Sybill's got these really great glasses that really define her, I think, as... And they've got this really cool magnification on them to make her eyes look huge. It's hilarious whenever you look at her. She's just like, ooh. She's got that, you know, very Johnny Depp-esque quality to her. But I think definitely is really fun. You know, that kind of, ooh, you know, that kind of weirdness quality to her. Anyway, so that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. Just fleshing out some of the character, going in, placing her on the page, you know, figuring out as far as hair goes, because she's got this wonderful kind of a moppy, curly mess of a hairdo, but it's not like, you know, unkempt. She's definitely clean. She's not unkempt. She's definitely has a like I said, a quality to her. But she wears this really fun headband that kind of frames her face. That's really cool. So I'm coming here. She's got high cheekbones. So I'm going to bring here. I'm going to come down. Here's that cheekbone right here. And I'm going to come down again. And then her hair is going to wrap around right here. Right here. Right? And I've got the other part of this headband that's coming here. And it's going to come around. And I've got that line, her eye line that comes through here. Because this comes here. Maybe her jaw's like that. Here. And her jaw comes down like that. Okay. Here. As I draw on the lips, got these teeth that come up a little bit at the top, a little bit at the bottom, shade in between, right? Okay, come here, I've got that other part that comes here, and then I've got this headband that comes up right there, and her crazy hair. Right? And I'm treating this hair not as individual strands or individual, you know, pieces of hair. I'm treating it as a large shape right now. I don't want to go in and start messing around. I see a lot of times people get frustrated and they just start scribbling in the hair. That's a mistake. Treat the hair as a shape, look at its form, see where it goes, right? see where it goes. Here we got this. Here's the highlight right there. I had mentioned to a person that I follow on Instagram yesterday, because I follow her. You know, I believe she's a 3D artist, and I'm pretty sure she watches my videos continually. And I made the comment in reference to her drawing style, because she's progressed so much. It's fantastic to watch people progress. I love it. But what I've continually seen is, to me, you know, her artwork, it doesn't lack life, but what it lacks is freedom. What does that mean exactly? You know, whenever we sit down and we start drawing, a lot of times we get mired down in line detail, right? Excuse me. My goodness. Now what we do is we start doing this. Now, whenever we start doing this, okay, and we do this, and we do, I can't even do it anymore because I've been doing it the other way so long. We're using our wrist. We're basically drawing like we write. So if I were to write my name, Michael, I even write my name the way that I draw. So I'm going to try C-L-A-R-I-D-A. You're basically articulating with your wrist. However, if you lock your wrist and you draw with your entire elbow, it really lends itself to that beautiful stroke, right? And creating circles and shapes and having that nice rhythm, right? That rhythm and flow, that balance. And you can get your stroke much better, and it gives much more life into your drawing. So this is what I had told her. And, you know, a lot of times whenever you make a comment, and I was very careful with how I worded this, because I wanted her to make sure that I was coming from a place of trying to help. And lo and behold, man, she was just awesome. She was like, oh, awesome, cool. You know, and having that really teachable quality to her. Because a lot of people, especially if they're professionals, will be like, you know, suck it. You know, you can suck it. Don't tell me what to do. And that a lot of times inhibits us from really changing. But she just gobbled it up, man. It was just fantastic. That's the kind of attitude that I love. Not only in my classroom, but artists in general. Especially if you're trying to improve at something. You know, you put it out there. And she's got a lot of followers on Instagram. You know, and a lot more than I do. And she just, you know, she gobbled that advice up, and she's like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Thank you so much. And a lot of times that attitude right there will get you really far. I worked with a person that, you know, in the beginning, she was not very good in terms of artwork. She, you know, she struggled quite a bit, actually, with creating artwork. This nose is jacked up. With creating artwork. And, you know, but what really made her different and attractive to, you know, her employers was that attitude that, yeah, okay, I'll do whatever it takes. You know, I'll come in and do more time. I'll, you know, I'm willing to learn. And that's a huge deal, especially, you know, in today's day and age when everybody is so focused on them and have that pride thing going on, and they're so selfish. I remember once I was doing a huge project, and, you know, I got kind of full of myself. And the person that I was working with basically kind of corrected me. And I was like, who do you think you are? Oh my gosh. I had been doing this for so long. And then something happened. Something inside me was like, you know what? He's right. You were wrong. You need to shut your mouth, and you just need to follow exactly what he's saying, and you just need to do it. And lo and behold, it was a growth moment. You know, we have those moments occasionally. So now that I'm droning on, we're at, that's not too bad. So I'm probably going to go back and mess around with this mouth a little bit. I'm not really happy with it. Simplify, simplify, simplify. That's what I want to do. I've been putting off the eyes, so here we're going to do this. Since in the magnification of her glasses, it changes the way her eyes look. Put some hair right here, right? We've got her outfit that comes down, kind of comes around, so that really puts her right there, right there. Anyway, I was very happy to help, and if you are watching, thank you for giving me that opportunity. You know, sometimes some people are so sensitive about their work that they don't want to be not corrected. They don't want any help. You know, and I definitely am here to help. You know, one of the only reasons that I have this channel is to help. You know, help you be inspired, help you, you know, do some artwork, get, you know, get a little something, something. So I'll have her, the cup of her come down here as a wrist and have that right there. Okay. Okay. All right, so now we come to the eyeballs. So here, they're big because they're magnified, so they're going to be disproportionate to what we're seeing on the outside. So this magnification here is going to really make these eyes look so much bigger than what they really are. So in the beginning, it's going to be hard, obviously, for me to do this because I'm trying to make this look a little bit cartoony, but not super cartoony. Okay. Bring these up. Around. Okay, so she's got her eyes wide. So we're going to basically, we have right here. And two, sometimes I get lost in the drawing and I forget where I am. Right? See, right now I've made a mistake, so I need to go back because the eyes are pointing in different directions. I need to have them point a little bit inward. A lot of times it helps if you just put the pupil in. There we go. Much better. Okay, so here we'll have this come up. And she's got very simple eyelashes. Okay. Around. Again, we come around here. Here. Maybe one's slightly higher than the other, but they meet in the middle here. Okay. So I'll have this like that. Like that. Okay. So here's that headband that again comes down. I want it to come down like that, kind of in front, and this is a little bit behind. And it's just a little bit behind here. Kind of frame that face a little bit better. A little bit of a shadow, okay, here. And again, you have to remember, the magnification is what's causing this. Okay, so I'm going to go back, I'm going to define these glasses a little bit better. And they're very oversized. Have them kind of come around like this. I want to make sure and define the inner part of that eyeglass frame, because whenever I go to color it in, or actually whenever I go to ink it, I want to make sure I know where stuff is. So again, we're coming in. I'm going to sharpen my pencil. Here. right there. Okay, and her eyebrows are obviously hidden, but we're going to have a little bit like that. Okay. Okay, so this is tassels, right? Whoops. Okay, here's the outer part of the glasses right there. You know, there's little things that I noticed, like this thumb needs to go down over just a little bit of a curve right here, and then it comes around. Here's the knuckle. Here's the inner part of that hand, right? She's got a ring on, so I'm going to place it on this finger. It was on the other finger, but I'm going to place it on this finger. It's little details like that that really help sell the character, because that's basically what you're doing. You're trying to sell the character and the attitude. Yeah, I'm going to have to work on that mouth a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you guys on time lapse for a few minutes while I work on the mouth here, because I want it to come down right here. Remember those muscles right here in the upper part of the mouth come around, and she's like, oh, you, I have a prophecy for you. Oh, and that's kind of, you know, whenever I'm doing this drawing, that's kind of what I'm hearing. Oh, you, oh, I've got something for you. Oh, right? So, let me go ahead and do that really quick, and I'll come right back. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to take my Pigma, Pigma Sakura Japan, Pigma marker, brush pen, whatever you want to call it. I've got variable, I've got ones that have, you know, brushes to them. And basically what I'm going to go in is I'm going to just really easily, just taking my time, you know, going to ink this, you know, not getting in there doing a ton of detail, right? Just have a little bit of fun with it, you know. See what happens inadvertently is I start working and I'm like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. I don't know if you guys ever have that issue, but that's kind of how I roll. I'm like, oh, maybe I could do this. Right? You know, oh, I'll add some color to that. And sometimes whenever I do all those things, it really kind of messes up the simpleness of what I'm trying to accomplish here, you know, in my Inktober drawings. You know, I've already done it a couple times, and going in and putting a bunch of color to them, which I don't really want to do. I'm trying to keep these pretty simple, right? Not spending gobs of time on these. You know. Because at the end of the day, you know, we can, or I know I can, I could spend hours on this stuff, just whittling away, right? And that's really not what I want to what I'm trying to do here. You know, keeping it simple, keeping it, I don't want to say easy, because this stuff is not easy for everybody, and it's not easy for me either. Right? We can all agree in saying that it's not easy for me. You know, I finally got monetized. For those of you who didn't visit me yesterday, I made the small brief announcement that I finally got monetized on my channel, and I'm pretty sure that the only reason that I had that happen is because one of the videos I made recently had to do with Adobe Fresco. You know, I was looking back at the analytics and stuff, and of course the videos after I did the Adobe Fresco video have not really gotten a lot of views. It always makes me question, you know, whether or not this whole venture is worth it. But I did get monetized, so maybe one day one of my videos will get picked up, and then it'll help drive the channel to something more. Okay. But either way, that's what happened recently. So I'll put you guys on time lapse and have you watch me just ink the rest of this. Like I said, I'm not going to go too into detail with this, or at least that's what I'm saying right now. Yeah, I am enjoying this though. Anyway, enjoy the process. Okay, that pretty much wraps up today. Again, this is Sybill Trelawney. Trelawney. Kind of a cross between a fortune teller and a hippie and a teacher. Maybe she's had too many mushrooms. I don't know. Either way, thank you guys for visiting the channel. I appreciate your like and subscribership. If you're here for the first time, there's a lot of videos here. Definitely peruse around, see what catches your eye. This, of course, is number 15. Number 15. Whoa, that's a huge... Let's do that one. 2019. All right. Thank you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.